What's up, everybody? Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Guided Tour, which is in Halo 2, beat the par score on Sacred Icon. So this is a pretty quick level. Just grab the plasma rifles to start off from that crate. We don't need that plasma pistol. And we have a carbine as our other weapon. And just speed through here, shoot the piston to activate the piston to open up, and you can move down to the lower level. And we're just going to pretty much speed run this first section, and we're just going to accumulate a bunch of points at the end. You can shoot people while you go, obviously, but you want to basically just run through this first big section. So just do this. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just shoot the pistol, or not the pistol, shoot the piston before you even get there, and that way you can just run right through. This section, take a left, and we can just run right through here. No need to alert anybody to our presence. It's pretty easy to run through this whole section, actually. Once we get to the flood, it gets a little more difficult, but the Sentinels are really bad at their job in this level, so just run past them. You're going to have to run to the right in this section. There's usually a Sentinel right there you can shoot and kill if you want. We're not going to accumulate a bunch of points here. We're just basically going for a bunch at the end, and we're going to use the time multiplier at the end to multiply our score and get over 7,000, which is the par score for this level. The par time is 15 minutes, so if we finish within that 15 minutes, we'll actually get the maximum time multiplier, which is 3 times. So we'll multiply our score by 3 times, and that is what we are shooting for. But in this section, you want to take your plasma rifles and just shoot the holograph on each of these pistons, and that will get them to activate. And then you can cloak yourself and activate this button that pops up, and you can just go down to the bottom level here, and that will destroy all of the enemies up there. There's like an EMP burst or something, so it just destroys all the Sentinels up here, and also this Enforcer, the big giant Sentinel guy. So at this point, I'm going to cut ahead in a second because this is just a long-ish gondola ride, but you want to inch your way down here. It's scary looking, I know. Drop down a little bit. There we go. So we're going to hang out here, and I'll cut ahead right now because you don't want to watch me stand here for like 30 or 40 seconds. So we cut ahead here, and eventually there will be an Enforcer. That is your main objective right now. You want to kill that because you cannot progress through the rest of this level without killing this Enforcer. Basically, he's the only guy we want to really focus on and kill in this section. We don't really care how he gets killed. I actually end up falling off towards the left. I'm happy I didn't fall off the entire gondola here. I thought I was going to fall to my death, but I did not. Unfortunately, I didn't get the points for that Enforcer for killing it, but whatever. Looks like the flood took him out for me because he was so weak from my plasma rifles. But he's only worth like 63 points anyway, so who cares? That's not a lot at all. So yeah, that door I just jumped through with all those Sentinels on the other side, when I cloaked myself, that door does not open until you kill that Enforcer. So at this point, we want to go here and cloak right about there and run past those flood forms. And then we're just going to shoot this and open this piston. I do have a couple skulls on. I have Catch On, which is they throw more grenades. At this point, you want to grab the shotgun. The reason you want to have skulls on is because it increases the points of the enemies you kill, but obviously makes the game harder too. But jump up here, go up this slope to the left a little bit, and jump. And you just want to run through here. You could take the time to kill these people, but we don't need the points for all these enemies. So if you could do it, just run by. It's a lot easier to just run past these people. I threw a grenade there so no one would follow me. And these carrier forms will go down with one shot from a shotgun, so that's nice. So we're dropping down here. At this point, we could just run through this whole section. So just run through here. It's really easy to run past all these enemies. You want to cloak right about here. And I just noticed that you actually see the shotgun shell in your shotgun when you're invisible. Yeah, at least in the new graphics. I don't know if that happens in the old graphics, but that's pretty sweet looking and clearly an oversight. But pretty cool looking, actually. But just run through here. You want to cloak yourself right about there and jump up on top of those crates and then jump up here. Up here and to the right is actually where one of the skulls is, right there, floating. And if you haven't found any of the other skulls at this point, or you're looking for one in particular or something, I have guides up for all of the skulls in all the Halo games, so you can check that out if you'd like on my channel. Also, speaking of skulls, I mentioned I have some skulls on, which increases the point values of the enemies I kill. I have Catch On, which I mentioned. That just makes enemies throw more grenades, but none of the enemies in this level actually throw grenades, so that's just kind of a free bonus. Also, a free bonus of a skull is Jacked, which does not allow you to get into a ground vehicle unless you're hijacking it. So Again, there are no vehicles in this level even, so that's just another free skull, another point bonus for no reason. And also, I have on... What do I have on? Oh, I have Thunderstorm on, which promotes all the ranks of the enemies, but there's no ranks for Sentinels and Flood Forms in this game, so that really doesn't do anything either. So that's 3 free skulls that give you more points, but for no reason, basically. It has no effect on the level or the difficulty or anything, so that's good. But we're dropping down here. You want to grab this fresh sword. The terminal is towards the right as well. If you don't have that terminal or any of the other terminals, I also have terminal guides on my channel, because I just have everything on this channel. So check it out, subscribe, like it, comment it, and, you know, just have a good time. Get some more achievables. So we're dropping down this lengthy shaft. That sounds way worse than I intended or foresaw. But just drop down here. You want to shoot with your carbine that piston, and then you want to cloak yourself, because there's a bunch of enemies. There were no enemies up in the first room we were in there, but once you get down into this room, there were a bunch of flood forms, so watch out for those guys. And then we're dropping down here, and I hate to say it, but this is an even longer shaft, and it's darker. There's a lot of jokes we could make here about that, and at the end, it's snowing. So once you get out, it's snowing at the end of the shaft. I know. Or actually, it doesn't look like it's snowing here anymore. In the original graphics, it was snowing once you got out of here. It actually starts snowing in the shaft first, which is weird. It's kind of a glitch. But anyway, you go to the right and to the left, there's a couple combat forms. There's some carrier forms in this bridge area. And you want to clear these guys out, or at least this first group of people. And then we are going to proceed to grenade jump over a wall to get into the last section of this level. And that way we could go to town on some of these enemies and start getting some points, because we need to get 7,000 and we have not done that yet. So just cloak yourself about here once you're past the bridge and jump over here. I switched to the old graphics just to show you a little something. You could jump up on here, up onto that corner of the geometry, and that will allow you to ghost jump. It's a weird, glitchy, way too advanced thing for our purposes. But you could jump up just without a grenade, but it's kind of tough. But you could just grenade jump. And if you're having trouble with grenade jumps in general, you could put on Sputnik, which will allow you to grenade jump even higher and make it way easier. So you can put that skull on if you'd like. That skull does not affect your score. It's just a 1 multiplier skull. So it does not decrease or increase your score. But it helps you with grenade jumps and some other things. But this section, we're just going to kill everybody with our sword. So get ready. There's going to be a bunch of waves of flood here. And again, I've explained it earlier, I believe. I'll say it again. We are basically banking on getting a bunch of points at the end here, and then really we'll be relying heavily on the time bonus. So if this took you like 45 minutes to get to, you definitely will not be able to get the score that you need. Again, we need 7,000. So if you finish within 15 minutes this whole level, and you get a score of about 2,500, that will multiply to 7,500, which will be 500 over the 7,000 we need. I think I finish in about 17 minutes, so my score is not... Well, I don't get the 3 times multiplier exactly. I get like 2.7 times multiplier or something, but it's still enough for our purposes, because I get a score of about 3,000 or 4,000 or something, so it works out in the end. These guys, I don't like the fact that I have so many elites on my team that are still alive, because obviously they're taking some kills away from me, and those are points I could have. Some other things that can get your points up. Whoa, sword guy. Like, they're not dangerous enough with their regular melee attack. But some other things that could get your score up are multi-kills. So double kill, triple kill, overkill. Those things will increase your score rather than just 3 separate unrelated kills. Just realized I had the old graphics on still, so I switched to the new ones. But yeah, if you just have 3 kills, they'll all be worth the same amount of points. Like, if it's 50 points, say, for each kill, and you do them individually, they'll just all be 50 points. But if you get them in succession, so like a double kill, triple kill situation, you'll get like 50 points for the first kill, and then like 57 for the second kill, and then 64 for the third kill. So that is a way to get more points, and also sprees. Sprees are obviously getting like 5 kills in a row, 10 kills in a row, 15, etc. And those get your points up. Also, you don't want to die, because dying resets your spree count, obviously, but it also, when you die, you lose points, so don't do that. And also, you don't want to revert to the last checkpoint, because you lose more points than you would lose if you died, actually. So reverting to the last checkpoint is the last thing you want to do. But if you do die, just let the game reset you to your last checkpoint. Don't revert to the last checkpoint to save those 2 or 3 seconds it would take to, you know, have the game do it for you. But we're approaching the end here. Most of my buddies have died, which is partially my fault, because you saw I sorted one of my friends accidentally while lunging at a flood form that he was going mono-e-mono with, or I guess it was Floodo-e-elito. Sounds like some kind of Dorito flavor. Elito? Probably just because it ends in O and rhymes with Dorito. Elito. Yeah, no, it definitely does not sound like a Dorito flavor anymore. That would be a pretty bad tasting Dorito, I'm sure. I mean, I've never tasted an Elite personally, but I'd imagine. And if it was a Flood flavored, oh my god, that'd be terrible. Just like rotting flesh flavored. I mean, I guess maybe if you're a cannibal you'd be into that, but most of us are not cannibals, so I don't know if the, you know, small subsection of humans could sustain that terrible Dorito flavor market. I just don't think it's, you know, financially feasible. But you can see here, the only people that are really left are these infection forms. Totally changing the subject here. And they're just all swarming over Vatamy, Halfjaw, whatever you want to call him, the Shipmaster. And so I just helped him out by sticking him, because he's invincible, so it doesn't matter. But that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you later for more achievements.